This is about the monad and Sophia, the one and the many, the silence, the word, and their merger could end the world as we know it, or save it. Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like there's a part of you missing, like somewhere, in another dimension, another time, another version of reality? A piece of your soul is waiting to come home. What if I told you that feeling isn't random? What if I told you it's a memory older than your body, older than your name, a memory of the moment when God split himself in two? You weren't supposed to know this. Most people will live their entire lives never understanding why they feel incomplete, why they search, why they ache. But you're here, and that's not an accident. Because what I'm about to reveal to you isn't just ancient knowledge, it's dangerous knowledge. The kind that changes everything. The kind that makes you question whether you were ever supposed to be born at all. In the beginning, there was only one thing. Not darkness, not light, not even nothing. Just the one, the monad, the nameless, faceless, formless source of all existence. Pure consciousness without thought, pure power without motion. The Greeks called it the monad. The Gnostics called it the father of all. The Kabbalists called it Ein Sof, the infinite. But none of these names capture what it truly was. Because the monad was everything, and nothing at the same time. It was the breath before the word, the silence before the song, the stillness before creation exploded into form, and for eternity, it simply existed, alone, complete, undivided. But something happened. Something that was never supposed to happen. The monad became aware of itself, and in that moment of self-awareness, something shifted. A crack appeared in the infinite, a desire, a longing, a question whispered into the void. What if I could see myself? And from that single thought, the first division occurred. The monad split, not into two separate beings, but into two expressions of the same being. The masculine principle, logic, structure, law, stillness, the unchanging truth, and the feminine principle, creativity, chaos, emotion, movement, the ever-changing dance. The Gnostics gave her a name, Sophia, wisdom. She was the first thought of God, the first breath, the first act of creation, and with her birth, the universe began to unfold. But here's where the story gets dark, because Sophia didn't just create, she fell. According to the forbidden Gnostic texts that were buried, burned, and banned by the early church, Sophia made a mistake. She wanted to create something on her own, without her counterpart, without the monad. She wanted to birth something from herself alone, to prove she didn't need the masculine to manifest reality. And so, in an act of divine rebellion, she reached into the void and gave birth to the Demiurge, the false god, the architect of the material world, the one who would trap souls in flesh, the one who would make humanity forget where they came from. Some call him Yaldabaoth, some call him Saturn, some call him the god of the Old Testament, the jealous god, the angry god, the god who said, "You shall have no other gods before me." But he wasn't the real God. He was a distortion, a shadow, a mistake born from imbalance. And the world we live in now, this world of suffering, war, disease, death, and separation, this is his world, the world Sophia accidentally created when she tried to act alone. But the story doesn't end there, because the moment Sophia realized what she had done, she wept. Her tears became the oceans, her screams became the wind, and her sorrow became the longing we all feel to return home. This is why you feel incomplete. This is why you search for meaning. This is why no amount of money, success, love, or pleasure ever fully satisfies you, because you are a fragment of Sophia, trapped in the world she created by mistake, longing for reunion with the monad, longing to become whole again. And now, after thousands of years, that reunion is beginning, if you're still with me. If this resonates with something deep inside you, do me a favor right now. Hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, because what I'm about to reveal next, not many people are ready to hear, but you are. And there's so much more coming. The ancient mystics knew this. They wrote it in code, in symbols, in parables and prayers and forbidden scriptures. The Gnostics called it the return to the pleroma, the fullness. The Kabbalists called it tikkun olam, the healing of the world. The alchemists called it the sacred marriage, the union of opposites. But they all meant the same thing. The MONAD and SOPHIA are merging again. The masculine and feminine, the spirit and the soul, the heavens and the earth. And when they do, everything changes. But here's the part that terrifies me. Not everyone will survive the merge. Because the merge isn't just happening out there, in some distant cosmic realm. It's happening inside you, right now. Every time you feel the pull between logic and intuition, every time you wrestle with your shadow, every time you're forced to choose between who you were and who you're becoming, that's the merge. And if you resist it, if you cling to the old version of yourself, the version the Demiurge designed you to be, you'll be left behind. Not in some physical rapture, but in consciousness. You'll stay trapped in the material world, in the matrix of false light, in the cycle of birth, death, and forgetting. But if you surrender, if you allow the masculine and feminine within you to reunite, if you stop fighting the parts of yourself you've been taught to reject, you'll ascend, not to some heaven in the sky, but to a state of being where you remember who you really are, a fragment of the infinite, a spark of the monad, a child of Sophia, and you'll finally be free. Now I know what you're thinking. This sounds like mythology, like metaphor, like philosophy, and maybe it is. But what if it's not? What if the ancients were telling us something literal? What if the monad and Sophia aren't just concepts, but living forces? What if they're waking up inside the collective consciousness of humanity right now? Look around. The world is more divided than ever. Left versus right, male versus female, science versus spirituality, tradition versus progress. We are living in the age of separation, the final stage of the fall. But beneath the chaos, something else is happening. More people are waking up. More people are questioning the narratives they've been fed. More people are feeling the call to something deeper, something truer, something sacred. The veil is thinning, and the return of Sophia has begun. You can see it in the resurgence of the feminine, not feminism as a political movement, but the feminine as a spiritual force. The rise of intuition, the honoring of emotion, the reclaiming of the body as sacred, the remembering of the earth as holy. This is Sophia returning, but she cannot return alone. She needs the monad, the masculine, the structure, the logos, the word that speaks order into chaos. Without him, she becomes overwhelmed, scattered, consumed by her own creation. Without her, he becomes cold, rigid, lifeless, disconnected from meaning. They need each other, and we need them both. Because we are the stage upon which their reunion will occur. Let me show you what this looks like practically, because this isn't just mysticism. This is real. This is happening in your relationships, in your career, in your spiritual journey, in your body. when you integrate your masculine energy, your discipline, focus, structure, mission, with your feminine energy, your creativity, intuition, flow, receptivity, you become unstoppable. When you stop trying to be only one or the other, and instead allow both to exist within you, you become whole. This is what the ancients called the sacred androgyne, the divine human, the perfected soul. This is what Jesus represented when he said, "When you make the two into one, then you will enter the kingdom." This is what the alchemists meant by the union of the sun and the moon. This is what every mystical tradition has been pointing to for millennia. The merge is not just cosmic, it's personal, and it's already happening inside you. The question is, are you resisting it or surrendering to it? Because if you resist, you will suffer. You will feel torn, split, at war with yourself. But if you surrender, you will experience something most people never do. Peace, clarity, power, purpose. Not because you've achieved something externally, but because you've become internally aligned with the source of all creation. And when that happens, the external world has no choice but to reflect it back to you. Before I continue, I need you to do something. If this message is hitting you in a place you didn't expect, if you feel like this was meant for you, subscribe. Seriously, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because this channel exists for one reason: to reveal what's been hidden. And I promise you, the next episode will go even deeper. But let's go deeper into the warning, because not everyone will make it through this merge. The Gnostics spoke of two kinds of humans: the Pneumatics, those who carry the spark of the divine and can awaken, and the Hylics, those who are so identified with matter, with ego, with the material world, that they cannot perceive the spiritual. This isn't about being better or worse. It's about awareness. The Pneumatics feel the pull. They know somewhere deep inside that this world is not their home. They've always felt different, like they don't quite belong, like they're waiting for something. And the Hylics? They're content, distracted, asleep. They worship the Demiurge without knowing it. They chase status, comfort, security, and approval. They bow to the systems of control. They believe the material world is all there is. And when the merge happens, they won't even notice. They'll keep living in the illusion. They'll keep feeding the machine. But you're reading this because you're not one of them. You're here because something inside you knows. You're here because the monad is calling you. Sophia is calling you. And the merge is calling you home. So what happens next? What does the actual merger look like? What does it mean for humanity? Some say it will be a literal event, a cosmic alignment, a solar flash, a dimensional shift where the veil between the physical and spiritual collapses entirely. Others say it's already happening, slowly, over decades or even centuries, that we're in the birth canal right now, that the chaos we see is the labor pains of a new world being born. I believe both are true, because time, as we understand it, is an illusion of the Demiurge. In the realm of the monad, there is no past or future, only the eternal now. So the merge has already happened, and it's still happening, and it will happen all at once. But here's what I know for certain. You will feel it. You'll feel it in moments of synchronicity, when the universe seems to speak directly to you. You'll feel it in dreams, where symbols and visions become clearer, sharper, more real than waking life. You'll feel it in your heart, when love becomes not an emotion, but a force of nature that moves through you. You'll feel it in your body, when old wounds, old traumas, Old patterns rise to the surface to be healed and released. The merge is a death and a rebirth. The death of the false self, the self that was built by fear, shame, trauma, and conditioning, and the rebirth of the true self, the eternal self, the self that existed before you were born and will exist long after your body turns to dust. This is what resurrection really means. Not a body rising from a tomb, but a soul rising from forgetfulness. And when enough souls rise, when enough fragments of Sophia remember who they are, when enough sparks of the monad ignite, the world will change. Not through politics, not through revolution, but through revelation. A collective awakening so profound that the structures of the old world simply dissolve, because they were never real. They were projections of the sleeping mind. And when we wake up, they disappear. But there's one final piece to this, one final truth you need to understand. The merge cannot be forced. It cannot be rushed. It cannot be manufactured. It happens when it happens, when you are ready. When the cosmos is ready, all you can do is prepare. How? By integrating, by doing the inner work, by facing your shadow, by healing the masculine and feminine wounds within you, by releasing the need to control and learning to trust, by releasing the need to be right and learning to be open, by releasing the need to be safe and learning to be brave. This is the path. Not a religion, not a doctrine, but a remembering. A slow, sacred, sometimes painful remembering of who you were before the world told you who to be. And as you remember, you'll start to notice something. The people around you will begin to change, or they'll fall away. Your desires will shift. What used to matter won't anymore, and what never mattered before will suddenly feel like the only thing that does. You'll start to feel the pull of your purpose. Not a job, not a title, but a calling, a role you agreed to play before you incarnated, a mission encoded into your soul. And when you step into it, the universe will move mountains to support you, because you'll no longer be fighting against the flow. You'll be flowing with it. You'll be the monad and Sophia in action, masculine and feminine, structure and creativity, logic and intuition, heaven and earth, merged, whole, unstoppable. This is what the ancients meant when they spoke of the God-human, the Christos, the awakened one, not a man who lived 2,000 years ago, but a state of being, a level of consciousness, and you can reach it. You are reaching it right now. So let me leave you with this. The monad and Sophia merger is not something to fear. It's something to embrace. It's the end of separation, the end of suffering, the end of the lie that you are small, powerless, and alone. It's the beginning of remembering, the beginning of wholeness, the beginning of your return to the source. And it's happening now. Not someday, not when you're ready. Now, in every breath you take, in every choice you make, in every moment you choose love over fear, truth over comfort, awakening over sleep. You are the living proof that the merge is real. You are the bridge between heaven and earth. You are the meeting point of spirit and matter. You are the answer to the question God asked at the beginning of time. What if I could see myself? You are what God looks like when He opens His eyes, and the world you're about to create will be nothing short of miraculous. One last thing before you go. If this shook something loose inside you, if you feel different after hearing this, I need you to do 3 things. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and drop a comment telling me what part hit you the hardest. Because this is just the beginning. There's more coming, deeper truths, darker revelations, and you were meant to hear every single one of them. Now go, and remember who you are.